welcome back to Bloom. Our next guest is definitely a familiar face, anchoring the morning news on WFLA News Channel 8 for over 26 years. And it's hard to imagine morning news here in Tampa without Gayle Guyardo. And so we're so happy that you're joining us here in your final month.
Well, thank you for inviting me on your show. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. And it's great to be here.
Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about your journey. So you recently revealed to viewers a medical issue that has you stepping down from the anchor chair. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. You know, and it's really quite common in our industry, you know, when you're talking and talking and talking for so many years. So it's been ongoing for several years. I would say in the last 2 to 3 years, it became a chronic issue. And I started to realize, like, I was losing my voice quality in the middle of a newscast. So I finally found a really great ENT, and you know, he diagnosed me with voice nodules and also like calluses on the vocal cord. So he describes it like if you're out working in the yard or you're athletic or you lift weights and you get those calluses on your hand. The same thing can happen to your throat. It's a muscle, it's your instrument. And so he immediately started treatment, and that was sometimes steroids. You know, he treated me for possibly acid reflux was, you know, exacerbating the problem. And then he sent me to a speech pathologist, which I worked with very intensely. And together we were able to bring back the voice quality. And then fast forward, probably 8, 9 months, maybe longer, I started feeling like I had a sore throat. And Evan Donovan, who I was anchoring with at the time, had a new baby, and he was picking up things, and I'm like, oh, I must just be picking up whatever he's got. And so when I went back to the doctor, they said, no, now you're experiencing inflammation. So that's when I was kind of at that fork of the road. What did you know, what's next? Do you go through the surgeries? You know, what do you do? And so after a lot of consideration, and I mean, it was a lot of consideration, I just decided maybe to hang up my cleats from morning news and keep my voice quality, not go through surgeries, and maybe reinvent myself down the road. So I'm about to, on February 28th, after we sign off, I'll go on 90 days vocal rest.
Okay. And this must have been a hard journey for you, because this is not only your career, it's your passion. And you know, to be able to do that and then have to step away, you know, was it a decision you made on your own? Did your family play into it?
My family played, you know, heavily into it. And it was a very difficult decision because, you know, I try not to get all teary-eyed, but it's been more than just like a job and a career. It's been fantastic. I don't think anybody could ask for a better and bigger dream than having this job in my own hometown, where I'm third generation. My children are fourth generation. It gives me goosebumps
you saying it, because I know what that can mean.
It means everything. So I got to, you know, spend all my time with my parents before they passed, and my brother and my sister-in-law, and you know, my niece, my nephew, my cousins. I was always around my family, which was incredible. And my Channel 8 family is family. We're day in, day out. We wake up. You know, we know our good days, our bad days. So, you know, that was really hard, because you go in, it's like, they are my friends. They are my family. Like, it's going to be like a loss. I know I'll see them, but you know it's not the same.
Yeah, definitely. So you're in the trenches together. It is can be such a high stress environment that you go through these things with people, and you know their strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. So, you know, I think that you know, when it got to the point of surgery and, you know, taking long breaks, which is not something really that you can do when you're trying to build a morning team and you're trying to stay competitive and you're trying to stay aggressive. So had I done that, I almost felt like I would have been selfish, you know, taking 2 weeks off here or this much time off there, as the doctor had recommended.
Again, it goes back to the team. You know that you're bringing in other players and changing other people's things.
And then I'm going to change up the roster like that, and that's not what morning news is all about. So just to feel my need and my love for this job, which I definitely have, it would have been me. I would have put my own team at a disadvantage. Not to mention the fact that my husband, who is so incredible and so supportive, was just like, Gayle, enough is enough. You know, when big corporate leaders are sitting on their deathbed, they're not like, oh, I wish I had worked 2 or 3 more years. He's like, you know, take this time to, you know, enjoy family and, you know, rebuild your quality of life, and then you can always reinvent yourself.
And you will definitely be able to. You have an amazing skill set, an amazing following here in Tampa.
And I wanted to just take a quick moment to thank the viewers because they've been so
go right
incredibly
ahead.
supportive. I mean, the Facebook posts, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. I mean, people don't understand that. That really has carried me, and it's been very much the wind beneath my wings. So thank you.
Well, they love you and we love you. We're so glad you're here. Real quick, will you miss your morning wake-up time?
Absolutely. That's the one thing.
I think you're not going to stick with that.
2 a.m. I will not miss.
You'll enjoy opening your eyes and rolling back over. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to watching you. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
For a full recovery. Can't wait to see what you do next. And for our viewers, Gayle's going to be on the air until the end of February, so be sure to tune in to our News Channel 8 Morning News to watch her. Thank you again, Gayle.
Thank you.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We've got more Bloom right after this.